Good morning, everybody. This is Lance of Lance's Car Life, and this is an edition of A Day in the Life. Now, I did a shorts yesterday versus doing the day in the life from Saturday, but I'm going to do it this morning as of right now. That we got in this parking lot. Well, Saturday ended up being a very interesting day for me. I had two clients that had scheduled to come in, and long story short, only one show, but the way the day started, it was steady all day. A lot of appointments. My client, comes in early. I'm thinking, okay, this is good. He came in a full hour early. Keep in mind, this is at 2 o'clock. Well, my manager tells me to go out and get verification of his income like I normally would do. And here's where the problem started. Now, he had told us he had been at his job all year. So we're thinking, okay, with all the overtime, he should be fine. Well, come to find out, he's been there all year, all right, but he went full-time August the 15th. So the only good approval that we had was Capital One, so you know. Everybody was thinking that he got worked all year long, so we had to call them back. I had to do the timeline where his last pay of part-time plus first pay of full-time. Couldn't use his W-2s, you had him with him. Excuse me. So we get that all figured out. So now it's time to look at some cars. Now, we started originally on a 2019 Kia Sorento. Now, he had told me over the phone he was wanting a low payment. Now, this Sorento was $13,800. You probably wonder why it's so inexpensive. Well, it already had 134,000 miles on it. So a flag should have went off right there when looking at a car like that. Now, as I roll by this car accident, it's, so he kind of liked it, and he asked about another car, which was one across the street at our budget lot across the street. Now, this one was a 2016 with 90,000 miles. Both these Sorrentos, keep this in mind. So I explained to him the way the approvals are set up is that because it was a higher rate, your rate's going up because the vehicle's older and the bank considers it a risk. So after I explained that to him, he was cool. So while we're over there, he asked about a Dodge Journey. Well, after some deliberations and some and him and his wife wanted to do, we finally get back to our store, finally put a proposal together. Now, during all of this, I'll be the first person to admit this, flags should have been going off when he wanted something that high mileage. And I should have asked him his budgetary concerns. And that was a huge mistake by me because I should have known better. And I'll get to that in a minute. Now, we finally put the proposal together. Now, keep in mind this payment, because they cut it. They cut it back to 54 months because of the miles. Was $446 a month. Now, normally they usually crazy this and that, but no, he was real nice. And my GM talked to him. Is that he was trying to be $200 to $250 a month. Okay. Now, if you had a rate below 10%, we're almost right there, to be honest with you. Because normally, that's what I tell all my customers. Take the payment that you want, multiply it by 4. In this case, 200 times 4 is 8, and add a 0 to it. So normally you should be looking at an $8,000 car. I can get the 10.5, getting the right circumstances, for that payment. But I'm thinking to myself, on January the 30th, I will start my 19th year selling cars, and I'm thinking 18 years ago, you can get that payment on an SUV then, let alone now. I understand he had a budget and this and that, and and plus he had an open auto that he wasn't trading in, so we had to get around that. There was a lot of stuff, fluid stuff going on with this particular transaction, this client. Now, all of this came on, he came in early at 2 o'clock, like he said he was. I was with these clients for 3 hours. And during this entire stretch, we got slammed. And honestly, that's where I think I made my mistake at. I should have asked the question, what payment are you looking to accomplish? Now, we're taught not to ask that question. But the way he came in, we were talking at the beginning, it threw the flag, but I never asked the question. Because if that was the case, I could have switched him to something else. I could have found something else. I said, okay, you can come back in a few days. But he drove so far away. And he wanted to do a transaction. And I wanted to do a transaction. My bosses want to do a transaction. It was just one of those weird days I had. But that consumed my game day. And I mean, hey, what can you do? Well, I finally got to work. I'd like to thank you for joining me this day in the life of the car business. And stay tuned for more videos. And this is Lance of Lance's Car Life.